Imagine you lost everything tomorrow. No savings, no investments, no safety net, and back to a single dollar and the same bills everyone else has. Here's the part that should give you hope. I could rebuild it and faster than the first time because I finally know the exact order of moves. In this video, I'll give you that plan step by step. The first thing I'd do, the traps I'd refuse to fall into, and the boring machine I'd build so the money grows, whether I feel motivated or not. Stay with me, because the mistake most people make is doing all the right things in the wrong order. Let me be honest about why starting over is actually an advantage. The first time you build wealth, you're paying tuition to your own bad decisions, chasing hot tips, buying things to look successful, learning what a fee really costs. The second time, you skip the tuition. You already know the game is won quietly, in the background, by a person who set a few things up correctly and then got out of their own way. So if you're starting from zero right now, you're not behind. You're just at step one with none of the baggage. Step one, before I invest a single dollar, is survival. I would build a small cushion, even $500, sitting in a separate high-yield savings account I never touch. This is not my wealth. This is the thing that stops one flat tire or one surprise bill from dragging me back into debt and undoing everything. Without this buffer, the whole plan collapses at the first emergency because I'd be forced to sell investments or swipe a credit card at the worst possible moment. Boring? Completely. But this tiny step is what makes every step after it possible. Now, before I go further, do me one quick favor, because it genuinely helps this channel keep going. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. It costs you nothing, it tells the algorithm to show this to one more person who's trying to start over, and it keeps these videos free for everyone. That's it. Back to the plan. Step 2. I attack the fires. If I had any high-interest debt, a credit card at 20+%, a payday loan, anything eating me alive, that becomes the priority before investing. Here's why the math is brutal. Paying off a card charging 22% is a guaranteed 22% return, tax-free, risk-free. There is no investment on earth that reliably beats that. So I don't romanticize investing while my money quietly burns on the other side of the ledger. I'd list every debt, throw everything extra at the smallest balance first to build momentum, then roll that payment into the next one. Fire's out. Now the money I earn actually belongs to me again. Step 3 is where wealth actually starts, and it's the step almost everyone does out of order. I open a retirement account, and I capture free money first. If a job offers a match, say they add 50 cents or $1 for every dollar I put in up to some limit, that is an instant 100% return, and I would not leave it on the table for anything. Match first, always. After that, I automate a single, simple investment, a low-cost index fund that owns a slice of the entire market. Not one stock, not the thing my coworker won't shut up about. The whole market, in one boring fund, bought automatically every single payday. And that word, automatically, is the entire secret of the rebuild. I would set up a transfer the day after I get paid, before I can see the money, feel the money, or spend the money. Because willpower is a liar. There is never leftover cash at the end of the month. There is only what you removed at the beginning. Even $25 or $50 a payday starts the engine. What matters at this stage is not the amount. It's that the machine exists and runs without me. Now let me show you why this quietly wins, even starting from $1. Say I automate a few hundred a month into that index fund, earning the market's long-run average of around 8%. In the first couple of years, it looks like almost nothing. I put money in, the balance barely moves, and this is exactly where most people quit, convinced it's broken. But compound growth is back-loaded. Your returns start earning returns, and those earnings earn more until the graph stops crawling and starts to bend upward. 10 years in, the market is adding more each year than I contribute. 20 and 30 years in, the account is mostly growth I never worked for. I didn't out-earn anyone. I outlasted them. The flat, boring years weren't the plan failing. They were the plan loading. So let me name the traps I would refuse to step in the second time around. Because avoiding losses is how the rebuild stays fast. Trap 1, lifestyle creep. Every time my income goes up, my investing goes up first, and my spending stays put. I do not let a raise quietly turn into a nicer car and the same empty account. Trap 2, high fees. A fund charging almost nothing versus one charging 1.5% doesn't sound like much, but over decades that gap can eat 6 figures of my future. Cheap and boring beats exciting and expensive almost every time. Trap 3, and this is the one that decides it, interrupting the compounding. The most expensive thing I could do is panic sell when the market drops or raid the account for a want I've dressed up as a need. Every dollar pulled out early isn't a small loss. It's everything that dollar would have become. Gone. Here's the quiet truth underneath all of it. Rebuilding from zero was never about a genius move or a lucky break. It's a sequence, a small cushion so life can't knock me down, debts out so my money is mine, free match captured, one boring fund bought automatically, fees near zero, and then the hardest skill in all of personal finance, leaving it alone long enough to work. Any one of those steps is easy. Doing them in order and then being patient is the whole game. That's not a plan for the lucky. It's a plan for anyone willing to be consistent while everyone else is looking for a shortcut. So before you go, let's lock this in. And seriously, if this gave you a clear place to start, don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up, because the next video builds directly on this one. And grab the free net worth tracker linked in the pinned comment so you can watch your own number climb from zero. Now I want to hear from you, and be honest. If you had to rebuild from a single dollar starting tomorrow, what is the very first move you'd make? Drop it in the comments. I read and reply to every single one.